Shavyfxhub, let's look at Gbpjpy. Tomorrow, a member of NPA will speak. Oh, there's nothing really serious that's going to come out. And, just keeping British pounds. Just keeping British pounds bullish. And, talk to them. Talk to them. Sandra barely spoke today. By 10. The statements are rubbish. And from technical perspective, combined with some fundamental data, GBPJPY will continue to fall. It's up to British pounds. So to them, the monetary policies, I don't know what. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. So we have update in price in May, March 2023. Now the demand floor. We have another demand floor and another demand floor. Now we have another one. Now we have another. After break of structure, the demand structure was broken exactly on December 23, 2023, Wednesday, 06. Price came retest 1 and retest 2. So you see, oftentimes people talk of manipulation in the financial market. There's nothing like manipulation. It's just that sometimes the market is rigged. Yeah, we must agree that sometimes the 90% of the time everything is well structured. So trading is pattern, it's mathematics. So if you understand the mathematics of trade, it will amaze you to know that this is pure mathematics. Maths and pattern and probability. That is what trading is. So oftentimes when we are doing fundamental is to keep yourself informed about monetary policy changes. Like you see in the past, when we didn't know anything about structure, we felt this was just an ordinary sell-off. No, it was following the structure of the market. After a breakout from an ascending trend line, price came retest structure one, retest structure two, final retest and price plummet, returning to the demand floor. On the demand floor, it's where British pounds have always kicked in to intervene on the falling British pounds against the yen, maybe possibly across other pairs. And at that level, we have seen a significant push and appreciation in British pound sterling. So it's all about fundamental married with technical analysis. That is what it is. But the most important thing is to know the pattern. What is the trend angle? What is the trend angle? Trend angle is very important. So oftentimes when I talk of trend angle, it's overlooked. If you understand trend angle, and I'm going to say something about trend angle, we have an ascending trend line here, which we call ATL. The ascending trend line we have here, ATL, is representing buy and sell sentiment. price came here, update one becomes support, becomes resistance on breakout structure. And return again. This gives us an ascending trend line. Ascending trend line, 2 points can make an ascending trend line. 3 points can make an ascending trend line. But when we have buy and sell on one ascending trend line, it becomes a psychological trend line in the sense that it carries areas of value, it carries important price action. So when price returned again, it respected the structure. So why I say SR is that it is support becomes resistance if the structure is broken. That means this level now, we are holding it as our litmus test. We do not want that level to be broken. So if that level is broken, it becomes resistance to upswing, indicating that price have changed from demand to supply. That's what it means. So all these are also demand curve. They are all demand curve. They are all demand curve. Now we broke out from the structure after establishing one, two, three, four SR level. We broke out from that structure, technically calling for retest. Our retest becomes resistance, becomes support, and breakout structure. So what it means is that the market is dynamic. It can trend up, it can trend down. It's like the cycle of life. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good. So you see price returns again as SR. They're not just an ordinary SR, they are retest candle. So they are ROT. After break of structure, when price returns, it becomes a retest to a broken structure, thereby representing resistance becomes support because there was a structure broken in the first place. So this is how we choose to interpret market in a simplest way that everyone can understand. There are complex grammars we can initiate into it that will make it very hard, but we don't want to do that. So we want to keep it as simple as possible. So there are many strategies in the market, smart money concepts, the candle strategy, so on and so forth. But I'll tell you one thing, the market is well calibrated. Every buy and sell is well calibrated by market makers. And it may seem like, oh, what's this guy saying? But we've been so long in the market to understand that everything is well calibrated. So if you see what I did now, you will know the market is well calibrated. If you notice what I did, after cloning my psychological trend line, I placed it on the roof and it gave me exactly another breakout structure. This is not just an ordinary ROS, but it's also an ROS become ROT because the structure was broken. So it came back to retest it. So it's a retest candle and as well resistance become support and breakout structure. So price returns here as SR. So a switch from demand to supply, another switch from demand to supply on technical. That is why you see GBP has been selling. So in case you are wondering why GG has been selling, you wonder no more. There is a switch. And if you understand the switch, the market switched from demand to supply on an ascending trend line. It broke up from that structure. It broke up from its pattern. It broke its promise and retested and it sold massively. This is due to BOJ, monetary policy intervention, the Bank of Japan. They are very fond of instantaneous monetary policy intervention policies. And once they start those bond buyback and so many other currency manipulation, you begin to see GJ fluctuate. You see Japanese yen turning all the price action upside down. So this is what we see on technical. To be very honest with you, if you want to be on a safer side, I want to give you a buy idea for GBPJPY. You'll be patient. It's not something that will happen now, but will it happen? Yes, because Andrew Bailey, BOE governor, spoke. I mean, everything he said was all dovish. He didn't bring any bullish sentiment, and as a result of that, GJ has closed in a loss. The British pounds continue to plummet against Japanese yen. It's a state of the economy. There's high level of inflation in the UK. Japan is doing way more better, and these monetary policies are better. So we see that you can see the value of British pounds against Japanese yen. As at July 2024, you needed more Japanese yen to afford one British pound, 207 Japanese yen for one British pounds. Today it's exchanging for 188. So it makes a whole lot of sense for you to understand that you are trading currency. So forex is all about exchanging currency between one country and another. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's not a get rich quick scheme. I mean, a lot of times people expect you to become a multi-millionaire. This is not what it is. If you want to get rich quick, go look for something else to do. If you want to get money overnight, this is not what you should be doing. Now, let me also give you another bearish thesis why GJ will continue to drop in case you are in doubt. Because I'm a structural trader and I understand the structure of the market, and we see market in a way that the market moves. So these are daily charts, and I'll tell you there's a breakout today. There's a daily breakout from the demand floor. This demand floor has hit price actively, and you can see it price return here and price return again, creating a series of demand floor and price returns again, another demand floor and price returns again, and we have a breakout of the demand structure. So on technical, I want to label it SR, support become resistance and breakout structure. So I will say something about our strategy, demand and supply, where we focus more on fundamental analysis to combine it with other technical details. So you see SR return here. So you see trading is pattern. Now this is what the market is doing at a specific trend angle. Every time price returns here, it's an automatic buy. You ask yourself, why is he buying here? These are monetary intervention policies. The Bank of England creeps in and make adjustment to X currency through fundamental data print. The data print today was meant to continue to sink British pounds and it's doing exactly that. And I see and I'm forecasting that British pounds will continue to drop against yen. And let me also state this very well, to be very, very specific, that it could be something messier than that the British pounds could fall way, way, way below that. The reason is because we have a structure here, a descending trend line. That descending trend line, I want to change the color. And on technical, I believe that British pounds might continue to mess around until it comes to this demand floor, where we expect buying to come in. And at this level, we could have a monetary policy change that will bring some buying impetus for British pounds. We have here some SR after break of structure, price returns here. It's technically also a retest candle and as well supporting and resistance and break of structure. So what we see here on technical is a very strong bearish thesis. The market has broken up from the structure. So what we think that will happen is that we look for an immediate support on daily. Where can we find immediate support on daily time frame? All the structures are open. So our bullish bias is already stable. So British pounds against yen remains bearish at the moment. So what we see here is the last support we had for the day has been broken, and the next available support on daily time frame is going to be at this level. But what I see is that let's see if we can get a structure. So the let's see. GJ will continue to drop. GJ, there's no hope for GJ. GJ is going down. We can't seem to see any buy structure. There's no buy. The only buy structure you have for GJ is at this level. So set your buy order at this level. That's the only area where you can get a buy at 183. 0.76. There's going to be an aggressive push on price at that level. So if you have price fall a little bit and come into that zone, we could potentially see a swing at that level. But from what we see here, we can barely see a daily structure that will give us a buy. Here we have here as a resistance structure, we have here as a demand structure, we have here as a demand structure. And the closest we get is at this level. And let's hope that price can react here after forming series of 2-day buy. We have a 2-day buy at this level with a double structure, double bottom. And after that price report. So I think on technical, we can have something at this level by close of tomorrow. Possibly GJ will buy, GJ will correct. The essence for that buy is not like it's a technical buy, but it's a buy with the intention to retest a broken ascending trend line. That breakout has to be retested. So for that retest to happen, then we see that let's take this out. Let's take it out so we can be in a no. Now we see price updating here. We switch to a line chart. You see here it's a demand floor. You see as a demand floor. The 2 point give us a descending trend. And price exactly today after the bearish drop. And remember, Belly speaks was so dovish, so nothing really as a bullish catalyst that came in to salvage British pound. So price continued to drop. So what we see tomorrow technically is that price might dip in a little bit again and quickly reject. The whole idea is to come back to retest a broken demand floor. And if that happens, that will give us an opportunity to come back to the roof. Most likely the candle might return back to retest exactly what was sold yesterday to buy it back. But I can tell you, hopefully, that it will not pass it to return. So what price will do is a swing into the now it becomes a supply roof. A broken demand for becomes a supply roof. So on technical, they could play around, consolidate for a while, period of indecision, and technically at the end of the day, price will come down to an ultimate buy level. So this is your buy level. So at this level, you want to go long. So if price returns here, please kindly go long. Yes, kindly go long. In fact, go long, hoping to return price. This is your primary target, and your stop loss can be very tight because it's actually a very safe trade, a very very safe trade. So you can stay tight on your stop loss. GJ takes weeks, so even if the weeks comes in, they can't take you beyond this. And besides, before price get to that level, there is a demand floor on this level. So the demand floor on this level will act as resistance to downswing, thereby picking the first body of the candle, and possibly the wicks might return to where we had the previous weeks. And when you look at that structure, it's a constant demand flow. So the pattern is showing that at 180, 180, let's change the color code so we can get this thing clear. Change the color code. It's giving us. One second. That's 180 something. Hold on, give me some minutes. So at 183.76, we have a buy order at that level. It's going to be a buy order at that level. It's a serious buy order at that level. So this is your buy order for GJ. So we are going to drop some strong fundamental data to back what GJ is doing. And I believe that this is just for educational purpose to help you. It does not tell you to trade. Everything here is for educational purpose to show you our strategy, how we understand and interpret the market in a way that is completely obvious. Shavyfxhub, we are advanced market structure specialists. I am who I say I am. When we say we are market structure specialists, we are specialists in market structure. So that's what we got there. What we got there. So let's hope that price returns to that level. If it returns to that level, go long. But I think from where price is today, we could see some bullish move. let's be honest, we could see some bullish move for GJ.